Thank you, John. One of the most closely guarded areas of our government may become much more open after a Senate panel just approved a bill that would require the Supreme Court to televise its oral arguments. Iowa Republican Senator and former Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley, the ranking member today, is a longtime proponent of having cameras in the courtroom. He's been pushing long and hard for this, and he joins us now. Sir, great to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be with you. Thank you.
Why is this such a mission of yours to get cameras in the courtroom?
Well, first of all, it works very well in about 46 of our 50 states. They do it. The federal government's come along slow. I suppose I'm an advocate for it because I think the congressional branch of government's been opened up since it's been televised probably for 30 to 40 years. And I think the same thing ought to be available from the judicial branch of government for the purpose of openness in government, for the purpose of educating our citizenry about how the judicial branch of government works, and also just transparency brings greater accountability.
It seems this isn't a partisan issue because it depends on who you ask. Ted Cruz says he takes issue with it. He gets the idea of transparency, he says, but he worries that cameras would overly politicize. There are others who are concerned about the theatrics in the courtroom. This push began back in 1996. It still hasn't happened yet. Why do you think there's still the possibility that you might make this happen?
Well, I think that it takes a long time sometimes to make change in government, and probably the slowest change comes in the judicial branch of government, and particularly when people like Chief Justice John Roberts doesn't want cameras in the courtroom, at least as far as the Supreme Court's concerned. It's just a slow process, and I'm not going to give up until I get done.
Do you share in those concerns about theatrics?
I do not, because there's so many ways in which a judge can use their own judgment not to let cameras in the courtroom.
Interesting. As it stands, from what we've heard so far, it seems just about every Supreme Court justice has been opposed to this. To your point, things can change. We'll see. But it seems that you are inching forward with this mission of yours. Senator, if I could ask you about this headline in Politico, because we've got you here today. Chuck Grassley's the 80-something everyone's waiting on. If Iowa's incumbent senator runs for re-election in 2022, the seat is safe for Republicans. If he retires, they'll have a battle on their hands. I know you've been showing everybody that you're still ready and up for the job. I saw you doing push-ups there on the stage. I believe it was with Senator Tom Cotton. I did 20 or so. I know you've also said on the record you're not going to announce your decision till September or October. Do you have one here for us today? Will you be running for re-election?
No, but if you want me on when I'm ready to make that announcement, I'd be glad to give you first shot at it.
That would be wonderful. We'd appreciate that, Senator. Please come back. Great to have you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All right.